Hey guys, Too Easy here. Um, Today I'm going to be bringing you a guide on the Abyssal Sire. This is my first guide and first RuneScape video I've done. The reason I chose to do the Abyssal Sire is because a few of my mates have been struggling with it, getting a little bit confused, and they're thinking that they need level 92 magic for Blood Barrage, which isn't true. I mean, it definitely does help, but you don't need it to get your first kill count. So, going over the Sire requirements, you'll need a Slayer level of 85, and you'll need a decent range level. I'd recommend 75 for blowpipe. You'll need 75 base melee stats, and you'll need 76 magic, but I highly recommend 88 for Shadow Barrage, so it 100% stuns the Sire. Even higher would be better, but it is not needed. And you could potentially do this with level 43 Prayer, but level 60 to 70 is highly recommended. Even more so, a higher prayer level would be even better. So a bit about the Abyssal Sire. There's 4 phases that the Abyssal Sire has. There's phase 1 where you are stunning the Sire and you are attacking 4 respiratory systems, either with ranged or mage. You can't melee them. I prefer to range them. When this is done and all 4 have been taken out, it goes into phase 2. Phase 2 is a bit of a melee fight where you will be taking on the Abyssal Sire with an arc light or your chosen weapon. I'll go over the gear setup shortly. Phase 3 is you're also doing that, but he's not really fighting you back. He's in one position and he spawns the spawns which I have on the screen now, which after 15 seconds they evolve into Scions, which are level 100. So you have to deal with these, and he's also spawning little pools of poison, which can poison you. And then after that, it is phase 4, where all shit pretty much breaks loose. He's spawning all of these spawns and Scions, and he is also doing lots of poison pools, which I'll show you how to deal with. So that's a bit about the Abyssal Sire and the requirements, and now we'll get into the gear setup. So to start off with, you want your range gear on, you want your blowpipe equipped, you want your Slayer helm, imbued would be better, Amulet of Fury. I take a Unholy Zamorak scroll for the prayer bonus. I'd also take my range cape for the prayer bonus. I don't have range boots. I keep my primordial boots on because you are only using range for the first phase. After that it's melee. And my barrow gloves. And in my inventory I take my dragon warhammer, my arclight, my bandos, chestplate and tassets, dragon defender, and I take brews, super restores, a super combat potion, a stamina potion, an antidote, some sharks, my Drayman staff, as you need fairy rings unlocked to get to Abyssal Sire. The Abyssal Sire code is DIP. You need air runes, and a rune pouch is helpful. In the rune pouch you have blood bursting spells and also a home teleport. Now you don't need a dragon warhammer. You could also use a Bandos Goldsword, BGS. If you can't afford a BGS, Arclight also has a spec that can be used on the Abyssal Sire, which will be fine. You can still get a kill just with the Arclight. Now, if you don't have fairy rings in your player-owned house, I suggest bringing a charged amulet of glory, as this way you can teleport to Edgeville, you can bank, and then just east of Edgeville over that little river, there's a fairy ring right there. You also don't need a rune pouch. You could just have the runes in your inventory, but this does save space, and it does help you, as you can bring more brews, sharks, etc. to heal more and do longer trips. So now we've gone over the requirements and the gear setup. I'll show you a kill, and then after the kill I'll show you a few diagrams. You'll see what I mean during the kill. There's a few things I want to explain and draw up a bit of a diagram for you guys. Okay, so here we are at Sire. To start off with, we want to have our range armor equipped, our blowpipe equipped, because the first phase we'll be taking out the respiratory systems, which I'll show you. So right now I'm actually heading to Sire. You want to keep an eye on your run energy, because during Sire we'll actually be running a fair bit. So right before I get to Sire, I'll sip my stamina pot right now. You want to have auto retaliate off, because when he spawns his scions, you don't want to be attacking them over Sire, so have auto retaliate off. To start off with, we'll be having long range just to wake him up, and then when we take out these respiratory systems here, which you can see there are 4 of them, 1, 2, now on the other side, 3, and 4. We will be switching our attack mode to rapid, so we can kill them a little bit faster. So to wake him up, got long range, hit him a few times, cast Shadow Barrage, put him to sleep, chuck on rapid, and you can put on Eagle Eye also. Now I kill about 2 each time he's asleep. While he's asleep, you want to keep an eye on these tentacles, because they can hit you for melee damage when you're in their radius. Now that I've killed 2, I'll head back to the middle of the room. I'll get my Shadow Barrage ready. Hit him again. Tentacles are asleep. Go to the next ones. As soon as you see their eyes opening, you want to run back into the middle of the room. Like that, they're opening. I didn't get lucky with that system. Gonna get hit? No. Shadow Barrage. Put him back to sleep. Finish off the system. Gonna have your quick prayers on melee and piety. So now we are entering phase 2. Put the prayers on. Get our melee gear ready. Super combat. And spec him with the Dragon Maw Hammer. Now in phase 2 he can spawn those pools. They can poison you if you stand next to them like that. You can do the flinch method, where you hit him once and run away to avoid getting hit by those pools. Now these little spawns, he can also spawn them. Within 15 seconds they turn to scions, which are level 100. So when that happens, as you saw, you want to just walk under Sire and deal with the spawn. Now I'm not worried about my health here too much, because in the next phase he will spawn lots of them, and I will be safe spotting them and blood barraging them. When he hits under 46 health, 46% under 50% health, he'll run here. We want to run there, put our range prey on, attack him once, and head to our safe spot. As you can see, there's 3 of them there. You could do 4 of them there. You could do it quickly so they don't spawn into scions like that. But in this stage, I don't want to. You can turn your prayer off. I turned it on to Mystic, because now I'm going to blood barrage them. So restore. And I'm going to get full health out of this. Now this is phase 3. Now if this happens, you can run back here to safe spot number 2. Now this is the phase I think most people die at. Now I'm going to put my piety on, and I'm going to run to this vein here in the middle of the room. I'm going to wait for that one to disappear and run north and attack him. Now this is the part I think most people get confused. All you have to do is run between these 2 squares. I'll draw up a diagram so you can see. But you want to just wait for that pool to disappear, and the same ticket disappears. You click on it. Now you wait for the teleport. Boom. Run south. Put your range prey on. As soon as you hit that tentacle, hit the sire. Run back to the sire. Hit him once. Go underneath him. And finish him off. He won't be spawning any more pools now. This is where you want to watch your HP to make sure you don't die. Usually you can just tank it. If not, that's why there's brews there and also sharks. You could also blood barrage them. And this is the last phase of the sire and where he dies. And it's that easy. Chili potatoes. That's awesome, isn't it? So that's it for the sire. This is one of the diagrams I wanted to draw up. I know the editing skills aren't the greatest, but you get the idea. When these 4 tentacles are awake, anywhere in the red area, they can hit you for melee damage. There's a radius of 3 tiles that you can see that are green, all the way down. They're safe spots. While you're in this, in one of these 3 rows of these 3 tiles, the tentacles can't reach you. Of course, on phase 1 though, when you are stunning the sire and the tentacles are asleep, you're fine, as you saw in the video. So just take note of this. When the tentacles are awake, if you stand on any of these red areas, you will be hit for melee damage. This is the second diagram I wanted to show you guys. Like I said in the video, I think this is where most people get a little bit confused, is when they're trying to dodge the poison pools while also hitting the sire. And another thing I think people do that they find difficult is trying to do this while also dealing with the scions. But like you saw in the video, while safe spotting the scions, we've now eliminated that. So when we come back to the sire, all we have to focus on is the poison pool and attacking sire itself. So the scions are no longer here anymore for this phase. They'll only come after the sire teleports you and starts phase 4. So as I said in the video, you want to be looking at the poison pool, and the same tick that the poison pool disappears, you want to click on it, so you run there and then hit the sire once, and you'll repeat this process over and over until he teleports you and starts phase 4. Now the little blue dot, a little blue square that I have there, is to show you exactly what vein I run to when I finish off safe spotting the scions. I run to this vein. I then wait for the poison pool to run to spawn underneath me. Then I run immediately north. After this, I then wait for that poison pool to disappear from the blue square and run to where the poison pool is now in the image, and then back and forth and back and forth. So I know it's a lot to take on. Like I say to my mates, just don't panic. I mean, Sire is a safe boss. You don't lose any of your items here. All you have to do is go back and collect them. So that's pretty much all there is to it. So I hope you like this video, guys. I'll be making some more. The things I've got in mind at the moment are some raids guides coming up, bit by bit, boss by boss, puzzle room by puzzle room. I'm currently 96 out of 99 Slayer, so I was thinking about doing a little mini series of Road to 99 Slayer. So leave a like, give some feedback. I'll leave a link to the wiki page of the Abyssal Sire in the description. I think it's always good to have a decent read of the boss you're about to take on, so I'll put that in the description for you. And you can DM me on my Twitter if you have any questions or any feedback. More than happy to help you. So that's it, guys. Take it easy.